Kate had left an hour ago to pick up Oliver from Elise's place. Lily had spent the time tidying up the living room and trying not to think about the risotto dinner 2 nights ago. Trying not to think about who Kate was trying to impress. Trying not to think at all. Early Saturday afternoon, she heard the front door open. "Where's Lily?" Oliver's voice filled the apartment before Kate could even respond, and Lily felt her chest warm. She set down the book she'd been pretending to read and smiled. She heard Kate start to say something, but Oliver was already moving. His footsteps thundered down the hall, and then he burst into the living room, spotted her, and ran. "Lily!" He crashed into her with the full force of a 5-year-old who'd been gone for days, wrapping his arms around her waist. "I have so much to tell you," he said, his words tumbling out in a rush. Lily laughed, hugging him back tightly. "I missed you too, buddy." Oliver pulled back just enough to look at her. His face lit up with excitement. "Okay, so we went to this museum and there was a dinosaur, but not a real one, just bones, and the guide said it was a—" He paused, concentrating hard. "A Pachycephalosaurus." "Wow, that's a big word." "I know. And then we had hot chocolate, but it wasn't good. Not like yours. And then—" He kept going, barely pausing for breath, telling her about the week in that stream of consciousness way kids do when they're excited. Lily nodded along, asked questions, laughed at the right moments. They fell into their own rhythm, their own world, where everything Oliver said made perfect sense even when it didn't. Kate appeared in the doorway, Oliver's backpack in one hand, her keys in the other. She watched them. Oliver was sitting next to Lily now, gesturing wildly as he described something about a planetarium show. Lily was completely focused on him, smiling, responding like every word he said was the most important thing she'd heard all day. "And the stars were everywhere," Oliver said, spreading his arms wide. "Like this. And I thought about you because you said you liked looking at stars." "I do," Lily said softly. "I wished you were there." Kate's chest tightened. Oliver hadn't mentioned her once. Not in the car, not now. It was all Lily. Lily this, Lily that. The hot chocolate wasn't as good as Lily's. He wished Lily had been there. She told herself it was fine. Good, even. Oliver was comfortable, happy. But this wasn't just comfort. This was attachment. Real attachment. Oliver was leaning against Lily's side now, showing her something on his hands. Some kind of game he'd learned, clapping and chanting in a rhythm only the two of them seemed to understand. They were laughing, completely absorbed in each other. Kate set the backpack down quietly by the door. Oh no. This wasn't just Oliver liking his nanny. This was Oliver loving someone, counting on someone, lighting up for someone the way he used to only light up for her. And if things with Lily went wrong, if Kate messed this up, if Lily left, if any of the ways this could fall apart actually happened, Oliver would be devastated. She hadn't thought about that. She'd been so focused on her own feelings, on keeping boundaries, on not crossing lines, that she hadn't stopped to consider what Oliver was building with Lily, what he'd lose if Lily wasn't there anymore. "Mom?" Oliver finally noticed her standing there. "Did you see? Lily said we can make cookies tomorrow." "If it's okay with you," Lily added quickly, glancing at Kate. Kate forced a smile. "Of course." "Yes." Oliver turned back to Lily, already planning out loud what kind of cookies they'd make. Kate walked to the kitchen and poured herself a glass of water. Her hands were steady, but her mind was racing. She couldn't do this. Whatever she'd been feeling, whatever had been building between her and Lily, it couldn't happen. Not when Oliver was this attached. Not when the fallout wouldn't just hurt her. From the living room, she could hear Oliver's laughter, bright and unguarded. Kate closed her eyes. Oh no. The lights were low, the movie quiet. Oliver had gone to bed an hour ago, still clinging to Lily's sleeve when she tucked him in. Kate had watched that, and she hadn't said a word about it. Now they were in the living room. Some romantic drama played on screen, the kind with too much piano and lingering looks. Kate sat at one end of the couch with her wine, Lily at the other with her knees pulled up. They'd been watching for 20 minutes without saying much. Lily broke first. "Do people actually talk like this?" she asked, nodding at the screen where the leads were having some profound conversation in the rain. Kate glanced over. "In movies. It's so dramatic. No one stands in the rain just to confess feelings." "Maybe they should," Kate said lightly. "Seems effective." Lily looked at her. "You think grand gestures work?" Kate considered it. "Depends on the person. What would work on you?" The question hung there for a second too long. Kate's lips curved slightly. "I don't know. No one's tried." Lily looked back at the TV, her face warm. "Well, maybe they're intimidated. By me? You're a little terrifying." "A little?" Kate's tone was teasing now. "Okay, a lot," Lily admitted. "But in a good way." Kate raised an eyebrow. "There's a good way to be terrifying?" "You know what I mean." Kate took a sip of her wine, watching Lily over the rim of her glass. "I'm not sure I do." Lily could feel her cheeks burning now. "I just mean, you're confident, put together. You know what you want." "And that's terrifying? When you're not any of those things?" "Yeah." Kate set her glass down. "You're more confident than you think." "I'm really not." "You are," Kate said, her voice softer now. "You just don't see it." Lily looked at her, surprised by the shift in tone. Kate held her gaze for a moment, then seemed to catch herself. She looked back at the TV. "This movie's terrible, by the way." "You picked it." "I know, I have terrible taste, apparently." They fell quiet again. On screen, the couple was kissing in the rain now, dramatic music swelling. "See?" Lily said. "Way too much." "Is it, though?" Kate asked, still watching the screen. "You think that's romantic?" "I think—" Kate paused. "I think if you want something, you should go for it, even if it's dramatic, even if it's terrifying." Lily's heart stuttered. "Is that what you'd do?" Kate turned to look at her then, and something in her expression made Lily's breath catch. "If I could?" "Yeah." "What's stopping you?" Kate's smile faded. She looked down at her hands. "Lot of things." "Like what?" "Like the fact that I'm your employer. Like the fact that there's a power dynamic we can't just ignore." She paused. "Like the fact that my 5-year-old son is so attached to you that if you left, it would break his heart." Lily's chest tightened. "Kate!" "I saw how he was with you today," Kate continued, her voice quiet but steady. "How he ran past me to get to you. How he held onto your sleeve tonight like he was afraid you'd disappear. He loves you, Lily, and I can't risk him losing that." "You think I'd leave?" "I think things get complicated," Kate said. "I think feelings get messy. And I think if we crossed that line and it didn't work out—" She shook her head. "He's the one who'd pay for it." Lily wanted to argue, wanted to say it wouldn't be like that, but she couldn't promise that. Neither of them could. "So what does that mean?" Lily asked quietly. Kate reached for her wine glass but didn't pick it up, just ran her finger along the rim. "It means I need to stop doing this." "Doing what?" "Flirting with you, looking at you the way I do, saying things I shouldn't say." Kate's voice dropped. "Wanting things I can't have." The words landed heavy between them. "For what it's worth," Lily said, her voice barely above a whisper. "I want them too." Kate closed her eyes briefly, like the admission hurt. When she opened them again, she looked tired. That just makes this harder. Silence stretched between them. The movie played on, but neither of them was watching anymore. Lily stood, her hands shaking slightly. "I should go to bed." Kate looked up at her, something unreadable in her expression. "Lily?" "It's fine," Lily said quickly, not meeting her eyes. "I get it. You're right. About Oliver, about all of it." She turned toward the hallway. "Good night, Kate." She didn't wait for a response, just walked down the hall to her room and closed the door quietly behind her. Her chest felt tight. Kate had let her down gently, using Oliver as the reason. But Lily wasn't stupid. Kate was trying to impress someone. She'd said it herself on the phone. And that someone wasn't Lily. This was just Kate being kind, making it clear nothing was going to happen between them without being cruel about it. Lily sat on the edge of her bed and pressed her palms against her eyes. She'd let herself hope. And now she felt like an idiot. In the living room, Kate sat alone on the couch, the movie's happy ending playing out on screen, wondering if she'd just made the biggest mistake of her life. The days after movie night felt different. Lily started waking up earlier, making herself coffee before Kate came out of her room. She'd take her breakfast to her bedroom or wait until Kate left for work. Small adjustments that meant they barely saw each other in the mornings anymore. Kate noticed. Of course she noticed, but she didn't say anything. This was what she'd asked for, wasn't it? Distance, boundaries, space to let whatever had been building between them cool down before it became something neither of them could take back. It just hadn't occurred to her how much it would hurt. On Tuesday, Lily took Oliver to the park in the afternoon and stayed out until dinner. When they came back, she made him a quick meal, got him ready for bed, and disappeared into her room with barely a word to Kate. "Is Lily okay?" Oliver asked when Kate came to tuck him in. "She's fine, just tired." "She's been tired a lot," Oliver said, frowning. "Did I do something wrong?" "No, sweetheart. You didn't do anything." "Then why is she sad?" Kate's chest tightened. "She's not sad." But Oliver looked at her like he didn't believe it, and Kate couldn't really blame him. Wednesday, Lily made dinner but left Kate's portion on the stove with a note. Chicken and rice. Should still be warm. Kate stood in the kitchen alone, staring at the note, and felt something crack in her chest. She ate in silence, the apartment too quiet around her. Thursday evening, Kate came home to find Lily reading on the couch. For a second, it felt normal, like maybe things were getting back to how they used to be. "Hey," Kate said, setting down her bag. Lily looked up. "Hi, Oliver's at a play date. I'm picking him up in 30 minutes. "Oh, okay." Lily went back to her book. Kate stood there for a moment, waiting for something. A smile, a comment, anything that felt like the easy rhythm they used to have. But Lily just kept reading, and Kate didn't know how to bridge the gap that had opened between them. "I'll just go change," Kate said finally. Lily nodded without looking up. Kate walked to her room and closed the door. She sat on the edge of her bed and stared at the wall, feeling the weight of her own choices pressing down on her. This was what she'd wanted, what she'd needed to do. For Oliver. For all of them. So why did it feel like she was losing something she'd never actually had? Friday night, Oliver asked if they could all watch a movie together. "Like we used to," he said, looking between them hopefully. Kate glanced at Lily, who was folding laundry in the corner of the living room. "I'm pretty tired tonight, buddy," Lily said, not meeting Kate's eyes. "Maybe just you and your mom?" Oliver's face fell. but I want all of us." "Another night," Lily said gently. "I promise." She finished folding, picked up the basket, and disappeared down the hall. Kate and Oliver watched the movie in near silence. Oliver kept glancing toward the hallway like he was waiting for Lily to change her mind and come back. She didn't. Later that night, Kate stood in the hallway outside Lily's room. Her hand hovered near the door, ready to knock, ready to say something, anything, that might fix whatever she'd broken. But what would she say? That she was sorry? That she'd changed her mind? That she wanted to take it all back? She couldn't. Not when Oliver was involved. Not when the risk was this high. Kate let her hand drop. She walked back to her own room, closed the door, and sat in the dark for a long time. Down the hall, Lily lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, wondering how much longer she could keep this up before something in her chest finally gave out.